Hello friends, this is Udayan again. Today we will be looking into another After Effects tutorial. This tutorial looks into creating artificial set elements and lively matte painting stuffs. Here is what we are going to create. So basically we will have a terrain with lava flowing along. We can see that the terrain lava is flowing under the hardened up terrain. So part of the lava is already hardened up. Importantly, we can see some elements of smoke, some sky element, and we will try to make this happen. Okay, let's get along and let's start creating our project. The very first thing, I need the background image. So background image is already available with you in your folder. Now we will start working with the background image, and the background image is this. We will actually need three images. This is for background. To create sky and the sun, I will take this image, and this image is not enough for covering the whole background, so I will also take this image. So these are the three images I will put together to create the background and the foreground. Okay, starting up from the very basic, this is our scene. We can see it here. Go to composition, new composition, and we will proceed further, keeping it half HD at 25 frames per second, and we will hit OK. Color does not matter. This is our composition. Now in here we will like to bring this image down. Now, as we can see, the image is a little bit bigger here. We want to fit it to the comp, so we will click right click, we will give transform, and we will click fit to comp. So essentially this image has come up. Okay, here we can see some copyright informations are there, but we are not bothered because anyways these portions, everything we will be taking out. So the composition name, I will call it lava desert. Hit this composition, I will press enter, and it should give me chance to write. I will write lava desert. So with that, my basic comp is ready, and I'll start with this image. Before doing anything, first we will have to take out a mask for this image so that we can cut off this extra area, because this is the area I will like to create lava from, and the rest of the areas I will keep it as it is. So let us make a duplicate of the layer and hide the background layer, because right now we will not be using it. We'll start with the lava desert or create our basic lava form. Okay, now the thing that we will need to do is, I am interested in taking out only this much part of the area where we will be using Luma key, and rest of the areas we will take it later. So I'm not much concerned about the rest of the image. Okay, so before we start, I will be hitting the layer that I want to work with, and I'll use the pen tool and start building up my mask. Now if I find that it is difficult for me to see, I can always press the tilde key and then use my middle mouse button to zoom as much as I want. Then I will try to keep as much as possible from the horizon. We need not be very accurate because this is okay. It will be functioning anyways. It will work. And I'm not giving any bezier curves also. If you want, you can give to be more precise, but I want to do it quickly, so I'm just trying to finish it off. I'll start taking up areas that I want from there. I'll be keeping this shrubby mushy areas alone. Try to only take so-called the lava areas, means areas where probably the lava river, my lava river would be or maybe there. So I'll keep it maybe here, not much there. So I'll take this one maybe out and try to work with these areas. Once my mask is ready, I can cross check. I will see some of the problems I have created here. I'll just try to fix those. Maybe these points are not up to the mark, so I can always go to the move tool and check for these points. This will be here somewhere. The sky should not be visible at all. I feel this is fine enough. So I already have my lava material created. So now I will go for pressing the tilt key back again to open up the layer, and here we will be creating the lava material. Now what I will do, I can create whatever I want, use Luma key, etc. all in this, but then it will be stuck to this layer. So what I will do is I will click this layer and make a precomposition. So I will go to layer, precompose, and I will keep leave all attributes in lava layer. No, mask has to go, so I will keep move all attributes, and I will call it lava layer. Okay, and we will try to create the lava elements from this layer. So I will hit OK. Composition is ready. I will double click. So I am in a lava layer composition. Normally many times we have this problem. We sometimes click on the timeline, or sometimes we click somewhere and this kind of a thing opens up. As you can see, another box with kind of timeline. This is the source window of Premiere Context, you can say, where it will be showing you, if it's a video only, it will show the source, and now any effect or anything you are applying here, it will not be showing up in this. Generally we will be working with our composition window, not the source window. So if there is by chance you are creating source window, check for this line, then you can always hit cancel and you can come back to our original window. Now the key element here is to create the lava. So what I will do is hit here, look for my mask. So I will press F to go for the feather, and I will try to make it a little bit feathery. So increase the feather as long as it is a little bit smooth on the edges. It need not be very smooth also, but little bit smooth on the edges, so that the sharp edging should not be visible. Now here one problem is created. If you click outside, you will see these areas are also becoming semi-transparent. This I don't want. These areas should be sharp. These areas should be sharp. So I will extend my mask from here. So I will click this mask point and probably these three, and I will simply pull it a little bit so that it becomes sharper enough. So with that we are pretty good to go. Now our next objective would be to work on this layer. So select the layer, go to FX, go to keying and use Luma key. Now I will be keying out darker, so all darker areas should go. Basically what I want is white area should become hollow. So I will click, I will key out brighter areas and I will increase this. Now the best way of doing it, as I told you, always work with the alpha when you are keying of any kind. So I will just try to retain it and push it up. Okay, so basically we are keying out brighter areas, or we can also do the other way around. We can key out darker areas, and we will try to push it higher, so that the most of the bright areas are retained and darker areas are keyed out, because we are doing it's like a negative from where we will be retaining. So I think anything 150, 160 should be fine. I'll go by 155. This is pretty good enough. Then I'll apply a little bit of feathering and see the feathering will be round, giving it a more pleasant look. So this should be fine, and we will do the tolerance. We will increase a little bit so that more detail is retained. Maybe 20 is fine. And edge thinning we will do so that the effect is becoming more pronounced, but we cannot do too much of edge thinning. Maybe I'll go for +1, maybe that should be fine. Let's check. Now it is becoming too light, so feather we will have to reduce that matter. I think try to retain it like this. So going to around 105 or something like that, because too much lava will also make it look very ugly. So we will try to keep it like this. This looks fine. You can also see that we have got a little bit of problem up here in the horizon, but that we can take care. So we are not much bothered about all this stuff. Now we will go back to our RGB. So we can see we have got some part of elements that we can make use of. Now the thing is that we will have to get the lava created. Lava we will create using a fractal noise. So first let us make a layer, new and solid, and this solid can be of any color, doesn't really matter, but for understanding purpose I'll keep it something like red so that I can understand it's a lava layer, and I'll call it fractal lava because I'll be using fractal noise to create my lava. And I will hit OK, and going down to effect, noise and grains, and we will create our fractal noise. In this fractal noise, few things we will quickly do. First thing, we will need to create the look of the lava. So first of all, this contrast, first let us go for the transform and find the scale. We will not do the uniform scale, but we will do ununiform scale. We will keep the width something in the range of 200 to 40, and the scale height we will reduce so that it looks more like a ripply water. Then in the case of basic fractal type, we will change it to dynamic or dynamic twist, it's up to you, and linear we will change it to spline. And now the key is we will increase the contrast so that we get more darker areas coming up, and we will make the brightness go down so that we have strings of elements coming up. Okay, I'm going down to dynamic again because I want a ripply water like effect. And now I will be gradually working with the width so that I can get this feel. If I want to push it even further, I can do like this. You can try with all these options out here to see which one looks best. I think linear is the one which is giving me the best result. And I will push the contrast a little bit more and brightness even lower so that I get less number of or less amount of lava. Too much lava will again make it very artificial. And dynamic twist. So this gives me pretty much like a ripple. Now to animate. As of now it looks very static, nothing is happening. So we will try to give it a animation. First we will go for offset turbulence and evolution. So we will go down. In the beginning, evolution we will keep it somewhere because lava will flow very slowly. So we will keep it evolution in the beginning same. By the end we will be giving evolution. I would like to bring it this side a little bit, maybe not much. And evolution I will give it maybe one rotation, one or two rotation, and hit enter and check it once how it looks. Okay, now I will introduce also you to another section of the settings, which is subsystems. Subsystems actually affect how the things will be looking. There are many levels of fractal noise which are working together. So we can also go for the subsystems rotation. You can see it will be making a lot of changes or lot of effects. So we will be animating the subsystems rotation from the beginning, and we will go down to end, and we will give it a little bit of rotation out here so that it will be giving an uneven speed for the elements to go. Now we can also keep it in a different rotation. For example, 5 it will be coming here, and then we can push it on the other side. It will give more like a more natural looking rotation. Now the idea is not to make it overdo. Well, I have already overdone, so I will press U to see my keyframes, and subsystem rotations I will like to change. Okay, -2 I will make it 0, then maybe up here in the 5th second, by this way we will go. Here I will make it maybe -3, and again here I will make it 0. So very little effect, slight effect should be there. Okay, now you can use other elements like a wiggle, etc. So this is one element we can use. I am not using it here. Okay, in place of this we can also do subscaling. Subscaling means making them smaller and bigger. So you see, subscaling makes it more nicer, and influence we can reduce or decrease. So like this. So what we can do is we can use influence and subscaling, and in the beginning we will keep it something, in the end we will change it something like a little bit different. I have done too much here. I will reduce it a little bit so that the ripple looks more natural, and let's play and see how it looks. Now this looks extremely fast. Flying and moving water. We'll have to restore it to its original. Okay, let's go down and see subsystem. What we have done, we will keep it much smaller. It is 70 is what we will keep, and to the end we will keep it 60. 64 is fine. And subscaling also we will try to work with maybe much smaller value. And by the end also we will keep it. This now it will not be giving too much of an effect. If you think they are too much, we can always reset them to 70. You can make it even lighter. This actually determines how much evolution will be there, and with this I think we are fair enough and fine to go with this. Now if you think that it is becoming too much, then we can always reset and redo. So if you do not animate, then it will not go that much. See, now this looks pretty much viscous to me, and we will try to work with this. At the same time I will need to have some ripples in there, because normally lavas will not flow this way, and at the same time we need its look to be more cloudy. We keep dynamic so that they are puffed clouds and spline, so they will look more natural as ripples. Yes, if you think that it is becoming too thin, we can make this adjustments in height and width. And of course we can bring down the scale so that they are smaller in size. We have more lava elements, so we'll just keep it a little bit like this, and the amount and content we can increase and decrease by applying more of the decreasing or increasing contrast and decreasing and increasing brightness that we already know by now. So this is my element of lava that I would be using. You can definitely suit it to your liking. So with this lava layer, what I want is this lava layer should be coming behind this fractal noise layer, so that we can see the lava elements through this fractal noise layer. So I will bring it down so that the fractal noise is above, and then we will be using the track mating Luma mat. So now as you can see, the lava elements will be going behind this layer. Sometimes they are visible, sometimes they will not be visible, so this is fair enough. And now in the lava layer we will try to give it some kind of a color. We can do it here also, or we can do it in the other one also, or in the direct compositions also. Here also we can give color to this. I think it is better to put the color here, so we'll go to effect and we'll go to coloration, color correction. Here we will find something called curves, and curves is very efficient and intelligent way of doing color. So we will try to use this. We'll go down to, I want it to be more red, so I will push the red element. It is burning out, so we'll bring the red element down, so it's looking pinkish, so not to worry. And we will play around with the blue. We'll push the blue to add up the yellow part. The more we push the blue, we will be getting more of the yellow tone. Then comes the blue, where we will be pushing it a little bit. The more we will do, it will be increasing magenta. The more we go up, we will be increasing yellow. we'll keep it somewhere here so that we can see the color the way it is, and we will try to play around and see how it looks. Anyways, we can work with our lava later. Next thing we will be putting is effect. We'll go to stylize and we will put a little bit of glow out there so that it becomes more vibrant. So as you can see, it becomes more vibrant and more sharper in the effect, and you can feel that the lava is flowing through. Okay, coming back to our layer that was hiding earlier, we will now enable it. So from here in the black sections we can see that lava is gradually coming up. Now you don't need to worry about this particular area, we will be fixing it later. We will put other things here, so these elements will be going off, so there is nothing to worry about. And the lava is slowly flowing, but we need a little bit of turbulence in the lava, so we can keep it here. We can also do in the lava layer. It is safe to do in the lava layer. So I'll be hiding up the track matte for the time being, just unchecking it so that I can see the lava layer completely. Go to no track matte for the time being so that I can see the lava layer. I'll hide it and I will start working with this layer to give it a turbulence display. So I will go to effect, I will go to distort, I will go to something called turbulence displays. So basically it will add up that added ripple. Okay, to avoid confusion I am collapsing the fractal noise, so what I see is only turbulent displays options. So I have bulge, I have twist, I have turbulent smoother, turbulent bulge, etc. What I am looking for is a little bit of vertical displacement. Horizontal displacement is something I don't want, so it will be looking more like Ripley effect, or you can also go for cross displacement. But always remember, if you do this, it is pushing it up, but since our layer is coming through something else, it will not affect it much. So I will pin all so that all corners are fixed, and now we will go for anti-aliasing, high quality, all these things will be there, and then we will gradually increase the amount and decrease the size so that it becomes more ripply. Okay, and we can try with all these turbulent options. Now this looks more like smoky and a Ripley effect. We will try to use this amount. We will be increasing. Now too much amount will also make it look bad. Maybe this much with a little bit smaller size should be fine. Remember, the size of the image that we are working with should not be too much so that the image should not be affected. Now with this, next comes complexity. The more complex we will make, it will go more round and it will look more realistic, but at the cost of the RAM power. Now this thing we will have to again animate. So we will first animate the offset of the turbulence. So since we are moving everything from this side to this side, so this is also we will do from here. Maybe we will come down to somewhere here. So slight movement in the offset would be looking nice. And similarly evolution we will do from 0 to not much, maybe one rotation would be fine, or even it's less, but we will have to play it once. I will not go for 1, I will try with 180, that is half a rotation. So 0.5 rotation and hit enter, and let's see how it looks first. Will make it look a little bit more realistic. We will do a little bit of amount and a little bit of size maybe. So amount, let us be 55 in the beginning, and we'll give it a little bit of a twist, maybe reducing it a little bit, not much, so that it shows a little bit of variance in this. And size we will be maybe increasing a little bit, maybe 4 or 5 points, just to give it a feel that there is something happening out there. We can write easy scripts for doing this kind of stuff, but I don't want to introduce you to scripts as of now. We will do the script part of it later. Otherwise Google would be solving this problem very nicely, which will keep on changing this dynamics of this very quickly. Okay, with this our lava layer is ready. Now if we go down to the lava desert, and we can see this, it's looking pretty nice. Only problem is in here we will have to redo the track matting which we have taken out. So go and alpha track matte, and that is fine. So if we go down to the lava desert layer, we can already see the things are visible and they are looking nice, and nice ripply effect is already coming up. Now the next objective is to make sure that this also has the similar color of the previous one. So for this we will be using a effect. First effect, we will go to color correction, we will go to hue and saturation. So hue and saturation will quickly make it grayscale. What we need to do is to take the saturation out, so it perfectly becomes a grayscale image. Once it is grayscaled image, we can do all the modifications that we want very easily. Without doing anything, we will simply go to effect and we go to color correction and we go to curves, and now whichever color we want we can put. We'll increase the contrast first, so we will highlight the bright areas, darken the dark areas, or we can do the other way around also, whichever looks. So now this is something coming better, looking much better. Now next we will be putting on color, so we'll push on the red value, so make it more reddish, burnt red, and we'll push down this so that the highlight areas are suppressed or darker areas are suppressed, and it will be more reddish in tone. The whole idea is up to you how you want it to be. And then I will make it a little bit reddish, but before doing this we need the sky and stuff so that we can make the color match. So I will just hold it up for the time being. You remember, we will have to make a mask out here and cut that. Now to do this, a very easy idea would be to take the mask that we have already made earlier. So I will hit layer, and you remember here we have the mask, so I will copy this mask hitting M, and I will copy this mask, click edit and copy the mask, go down to the lava, and the down below this one we will put the mask in so that we can get this effect coming up. So what we will do is we actually need this thing to, this entire section to go off. So what will I do is I will hit this guy and I will use Ctrl V, or I will go to edit and I will hit paste up here. And now the next thing, we will take out all these points, put it above this, so this section will be visible, this will not be visible, isn't it? So what I want is, I want entire this section to come up. Sky I am not much bothered about. So what I will do is I will select this, I will select all these points. Okay, if you find that this is very difficult, then you can easily click here in the pen tool, go for delete vertexes and delete all the unnecessary vertexes that you have. Okay, all these unnecessary vertices you can delete. You can also select all of them and hit your delete key. I don't need these vertices. Okay, one of them I need, of course, so I will, I will hit up this layer again to bring the vertices. I can click this, I don't need this vertex. Whichever I don't need, I can always delete. This is very simple. So hit this, delete. I also don't need this vertex, delete. And I can pull this down so that entire image is now visible. So my black image is already visible. So here we will be applying colors later. Also, one very important thing that I want to bring it up here is that we don't want any level of feather here. It should be sharp enough. So I am pressing F to take out all the feathers that I have given. So it will be very much sharp in edges. Maybe 0.2 or 0.3 or 0.5 should be fine enough. Light feather up there. Okay, since we are already done now, what we will do, we will copy this mask along. Only problem in this image, we have done very nice work, but this extra halo needs to go, or extra shading effect that came for the feathering. So what I will do is I will copy this mask, edit and copy. I will paste this mask over this layer. So edit and paste. Then I will bring it down in such a way. Of course, first of all, I will have to take out all the feathers that I have. So I will press F and I will make that feather go away. So it will be very sharp, and then I can select this mask. Click one of them, select everything, and then with a key you can do it gradually so that it will be very precise. You can see we are cutting off the extra element that we have. So we are getting perfect edge free lava along with the other elements inside. Now one problem with this particular layer, we have the lava, it is fine, but when we look into it, you will see all the lavas are flowing in the same time. This is something which is not very nice looking thing. It is unrealistic. Things which are at first should be moving at a slower pace, this should be moving at a higher pace to give it a 3D look. So there is one effect we will look for, which is called corner pin. So got to be in the distort. So distort, and we have power pin, which will be making this thing happen. It's a 2D effect, so only it will be moving up the image. It is more like our what we have as a wrap in Photoshop. So I can pull this up like this. Okay, pull this up a little bit like this. Try to keep it to this so that it is going faster. Pull this one a little bit like this, so it is going even faster or bigger. And then these ones we need to adjust to fall within the limit. So this will be somewhere here. It's going too much, so I'll keep it here. Somewhere here, matching it with the line. And this one also we will try to put it somewhere here, again matching with the line, so that it does not overshoot my original image in any ways. Okay. Now once that is there, you can see the lava effect will be very distinctly like realistic lava. See, the front ones will be moving faster, the ones which are in the far away will be moving slower. Will be giving the color, but I need the sky to be created. So now I will go back and I will create the sky that I want to put in. If you remember, I have a image of the sky which is this one of this and one of this. I need the sun from here and maybe sky from here. So first of all I will make a composition. Okay, or we can also do it, if you exactly want to measure it with this one, we can bring this image up down here and check the transformation. It is very big image, so we will try to make it first fit to comb. Right click, transform and fit to comb. Once it is fitted to comb, then we will try to see how much of the sky we actually need and how we can place it. Now in here a very easy trick is required where we can manipulate this. So everything I want this point to be fixed. So I will go to the pen behind tool, that is Y, and I will try to move the center point and tug it to the top of the image so that it will not be moving much from the top. Once I have done this, now any changes or manipulation I do, it will all be with respect to this. So I will keep the horizon line somewhere here, so that part of the horizon line I can use. And this looks too much covered, so what I will do is keep it like this, part of the horizon line. I will right click and I will flip it. So I will go for, you see, flip horizontal. I will flip horizontal. So now this side looks more yellowish. Now I need the other something like a sun over here. So I'll go to the evening sky, bring this image up here like before, and it has gone before. I want it here, and click evening sky, it has gone too far away. A very easy way, if I am out, I want to bring this one here to, it is what we will be requiring is start from. Okay, that we can do by pressing square brackets. Again, this is very big, so shortcut called Control, Alt and F. So it is fixing the image. Now we will have to adjust this so that the sun is somewhere in the horizon. Now forget about everything else. What we need, only the sun part of it, and of course it should be in the blending mode where I can see the sun. Lighten works perfectly and it's giving me that feel of the sky. So what I will do is to avoid this edginess, I will be pulling it a little bit and placing it somewhere here with in line with this horizon, so that it looks to be a part of the image, and we'll mask out all the extra areas and give it a very big feather. So I'm clicking it pen tool, and randomly we will, since this layer is already selected, I'll be giving a section, a big section or a chunk out of this one. Okay, and after that we will go down to the mask feather options and give it a nice feather so that it blends properly. You can see it is blending up nicely. All the edginess should go. Now the color of this one is a little bit odd, and also there is one mountain up here that we have lost in the process of making so many layers. So I'll again go to my lava desert. Okay, and I'll check whatever effects and stuff we have given. In here I will need to retain the mountain back. Okay, so one option is I can go along and make it like this, get it back, or rather I can also keep it separately. It is up to you how you want it to be. So what I will do is I will try to retain my mountain back. So I'll push maybe one by one because I don't need really this horizon line anymore. So let's check where is my mountain layer. To see this easy option, as I said earlier, in place of having first press mask, then the mask is in add mode. To see what was there, disable the mask. So you can actually see now we can adjust the points up here. All of them selecting one, and of course if you don't need so many we can always delete them. Okay, so we will try to check. From here it is going up. I am very much confused with so many points. So what I will do is I will add up another mask too with this particular mask. That we can always do. I can click this, have my pen tool and start adding up mask maybe from here. Since we are adding, so there should not be any problem. Mask. Now the moment we will be adding up the first mask, this element will be added. So this is none, we will keep it add. So now everything is added. And the element of problem that is there is just you will have to check that we are not by mistake covering any of the sky. So to do that, what I will do is I will give it a light feather. So press F in the mask, second mask, and give it a very small 0.5 feather like the one before. It's better to hit, I think, with values, and this gives me my mask back. So now I have my object already in place. Okay, this looks pretty much fine, but the thing is that this is too bright. Okay, now it is up to you. If you want to add up this element separately, you can do. If you want to keep it together, you can do. But I will keep it together, and now I will make them the whole thing darker. First of all, it should be very, very dark. This also should become pretty much darker. So enabling my curves up here now. So you can see it becomes very dark. We want this yellowish tone to follow here. So we will try to recreate that tone. So this is pretty much yellow. This is very red. So red should go out. Red should be coming down, and so we are getting closer. We are definitely getting closer to this. And the sky is pretty much yellow, so we will work with the blue and we'll make it a little bit yellowish tone, because if the sky is of that color, it will become more yellowish in nature. And we'll add up a little pinch of green so that it adds up this element of a burnt red color, reddish brownish color. Next element is that this sky, this one needs to be more darker in tone. So what can we can fix it in two different ways, otherwise it is almost standing out. So very easy idea, we will replace this layer. So we will go for making a duplicate of this, Ctrl D, and we will, in the layer on the top, we will not have the mask, second mask. So I will delete the second mask from here. And the layer in the bottom, we will not have the first mask. So delete the first mask from here. So now this is a separate one. Okay, so now I can click this, hit enter and write it mountain, or hill is better term, H-I-L-L. Okay, this one I will rename as lava bed. So we are all in order. So now here I can apply this hue saturation and make it darker. So now this looks more accurate. Now to give it an overall look and feel, a good idea is to take the evening sky, both of them together, and make a composition out of it. So Control Shift C, recomposition, move all attributes, and here we will call it sky. Hit OK, and then in here we will apply effects and curves. So color correction going down to the curves, and now I can make it a little bit more darker in tone. So pulling it down will make it darker, so it will be more similar to what we have in the color toning. Okay, I don't want to really destroy my brightness, but I want to make it more reddish in tone. I want to reduce the yellow tone, so blue, push the blue up, it will be reducing yellow tone, and that should be fine so far as the look is concerned. So we have the lava, and now we can work with the tone of the lava, etc. And let's see. It will take some time to render. We'll wait. Okay, now since lava is there, there will be a little bit of smoke, so we'll just create the smoke layer which will be on top of everything. Okay, so we'll create another layer, new solid layer. Color does not matter because anyways we are not using any color here. Effect, and we will put noise and grains, and we will go down to fractal noise. Up here we will try to create smoke. Normally smoke basic is fine, but we'll make it spline, so it looks pretty much like smoke. We'll make it very, very dense. Okay, brightness we will reduce so that it looks a chunk of smoke. And then we will also go for the transform, and into uneven we will make it uneven, and we will reduce this. We will reduce this. So this time they will be more elongated, but width will be more smaller. Okay, and subsystem scaling we can do, and we'll just quickly see how it looks. In fact, we don't need this much, we need even lighter content. So smokes can be smaller in size, this can also go down. Little bit height would be looking good. And next thing we will try to work out with this. So let's see dynamic. It goes round. Smokes will not look twist. This looks more like smoky. And in here let's try linear. No, linear is too deep. We will go to spline. Fine. And now all the things we will change with, of course, our offset turbulence, evolution, and subsystem. We will see which one works. So first of all, offset turbulence we will work with. It will go up. So from here till end we will be making it go up. There is the point, and we will make it go maybe up somewhere there. So what we have is smoke is moving up. Next thing what I want is we will need to have an evolution, so there should be some change. So evolution you can give like 2 or 3. So as it moves up, things are going to change. Okay, fine. Next thing what I want is there is too much smoke, so I will reduce the brightness a little bit more so that very few strands of smokelets will be going up. We have some element of smoke. Next thing what we need is subsystems. So let's quickly check the subsystems. If I increase, make them little bit less, scaling make them smaller. And a slight rotation. Maybe 3 degrees should be fine, so they will gradually rotate a little bit. This looks fine. And of course we can also work with subsistence offset, so we'll keep it here, and by the end we'll make it a little bit ahead, maybe somewhere up there, so they will be going in a different speed. As we can see, they now go in different speed. Okay, after this we need to make this vibrate, like going up, so we'll use effect and distort and turbulent displace. In here of course we will not do turbulence, we can keep turbulence smoother, and a few things are supposed to be checked. They look too much, so we'll reduce the size. Now smoky size should be something like this, amount should be reduced, something like less amount would be nice, and offset we will move it. By mistake I kept it here, so I will not keep it here. From the starting I will give you an offset. Okay, then I will go to one direction and try to pull the offset to some other value. So maybe I will keep it up here. Evolution also we will work with. So what we have is something like this. And important thing, we want anti-aliasing high, and our pinning, we can do horizontal pinning, vertical pinning, etc. So we'll try to work with evolution complexity and try to make sure that it is looking fine, more like a smoke, and offset turbulence will do the trick because it will keep on changing it. Okay, evolution we have not given, so we'll give some evolution here, 0 to maybe 1. So very slowly it will move up, so something like this. Okay, let's see. Okay, this looks pretty nice without much of a problem. We can do a lot of stuff up here, but for the timing we can keep it here. We can see there is something called vertical displacement. We'll try to keep only vertical displacement, no horizontal displacement, so things will be going up like a smoke, and we can make the strands now a little bit bigger also, and from here we can check how they look. Strands of smoke a little bit bigger, and let's see how they look. Fine, and now the thing is that we can work with the turbulence displaces size. Now when the smoke goes, normally they go horizontally, isn't it? They shake from one side to another. Okay, this looks nice, but our size is too big. We'll have to reduce down the size so that the ripples are visible. Now they are becoming like this, and amount will be increasing. So they should be looking more like the smoke. And now let's see. Okay, they look fine so far as I think. there is nothing much problem here. Okay, slowly rising up. So with this we will be coming down to the end of this. We will go to the lava layer, lava desert up here, and you remember we have said to make the things visible on top of it, what we will do, we will go to normal and we will go to screen or multiply. So I will keep it screen, but originally it was a red colored object, so it was giving the problem. So I will be trying to change the color of this. How do I do it? I will have to go to the layer setting, which will be Control Shift and Y. Here I will make it black. Hit OK up here. Here I will keep it none, and in the blending mode I will make it screen. So now my smoke is all showing up. Okay, now it is showing up too much. I don't need smoke all around this, only part of it I need the smoke to be coming up. So I will try to reduce the effect. Okay, and at the same time smoke far away should be smaller, the front ones would be bigger. So to manipulate this, again a mask is required. So I will click a mask and try to cut off from here, maybe here. It is up to you how you make the mask, because this mask is not much difficult. I don't want any smoke coming from these areas because I don't have any lava here. So this is how it will be, and obviously we'll feather it out. Once we feather it out, we can also manipulate these points so that it's not coming from here, it should be pushed up. Push this, it will go up. We'll push this also, it will go up. Push these values till it goes up from here and comes only from the lava area. This is fine, they can come down. One or two of the strands going up, no problem. This I will try to keep it alongside these lines so that should not be affecting much. Only little bit of effect should be there. So now if we click out, we will have some smoke also coming up, as you can see. With this we come to the end of this particular tutorial, where we have tried to create a artificial set by changing some of the elements. The most key elements that we have learned here is different use of fractal noise elements, turbulence displays, and the use of extensive effects is all about practice. Meet you in the next tutorial. Have a nice time. Bye.